Hello everyone, and welcome back to another video on my channel. Today I'm going to do probably, say, one of the most liked triggers on this channel, and probably one of my most liked triggers generally, especially when it comes to controller sounds. And we're going to go for the Switch JoyCons. I've got my Zelda ones here today, obviously you saw from the last video. But we're just gonna give you some nice sounds using these. And I've got a couple of accessories to go with them as well. So we're going to use them as well to get involved. Right, we're now going to move on to using both, and I think we're going to start with the buttons. So realistically on both you've got the D-pad and the ABYX. They're both pretty similar on these, they make the same noise, so I'm just going to use these as one trigger on this one. You're just going to get both in each here. So you've got, let me switch them around so you can actually see them as well. So we've got I think these are generally like my favourite controller sounds, just because they're so, like, they're clicky but they're not loud clicky, they're so like subdued compared to other consoles. So like even if you hear these, it's like it clicks, but it's a nice like soft cushioned click, so it's like, see, like it's nice but it's not too like in your face. So now we're going to pick the speed up on these a little bit for you, so we're going to go. I'm just gonna start to slow it down again. Just now I'm going to move on to the next buttons on the Switch are the back. I don't think I call them triggers on here, obviously they're like Z, L, R and ZR and R. But to me they're bumpers triggers, so we're going to start with these ones now as well, just nice and, same again, nice and slow, but I'm building up, so we're going to now we're just going to pick up the pace again and give you some more fast and aggressive triggers. So we're going to now we're going to move on to sort of the last couple of components of this controller, which are the joysticks, the analogs, whatever you call them. I've always called them analog sticks. I think that comes from like the PlayStation 2 days when I used to play them. But we're going to go for them. Got them left. You've got, and we're also going to have those two buttons left, the home and the screenshot button. And then we're going to move on to a couple of the accessories that I've got to go with it. So, we're going to start on the joysticks. We're going to Now, time to pick up the pace again, so we're gonna We're now going to move on, just for a minute or so, onto the last two buttons on this controller that I've not had accessories to, which are the home and the screenshot button. These do make a slightly different sound to the buttons up here, if you listen, so quite a little bit more clicky, so we're going to have those. This may turn my Switch on the telly, which I think it just has, but hopefully that won't disrupt us too much, so we're going to gonna speed it up again, so we're gonna now we're going to move on to the first sort of accessory I've got to add to the controllers, and many of these that have a Switch and play using the Joycons with friends will know. Obviously you've got SL and SR on the back here. If you zoom out, might focus, might not. But usually when you play using these, you can play with them like that, but you also have these little wrist things to slide on. So if we just and then 2, and that gives us these. And you obviously use it like it's a tiny controller, so like one hand. So you got your joystick and your buttons and your triggers. But what we're going to be focusing on, obviously, are the triggers we've now added on the back. So we're going to these are a lot more springy sounding than anything else really on the controller. I do apologise if I'm looking a bit red or a bit like rough today. My skin's having a bit of a bad day, but it's not really going to stop me making videos. I don't really worry about my appearance too much. There's nothing I can do about it. But just for anyone who might question it. And then let me put one down. I'm going to pick up the pace again, so... Now, I'm going to move on to the last accessory that we have, and it will sort of be like a free-for-all with all the triggers we've done so far. So we just got to pop these off so it hit the on the back, push that in, and hopefully this will just slide out. There's that one, and then these are quite difficult to get off, apparently. And that one. And then we're going to slide them into the Joycon holder that turns into like a little controller. So just going to click and click. I'm just going to give you a few minutes of sort of a free for all the triggers. A little bit of tapping there. I think this is probably the best sound I haven't already done out of these. Tapping on this just sounds so good. And then I'm going to start to pick up the bass. I really think that's all I'm going to do for now. I'll go back through the triggers, I think, in another video, maybe a longer video, if you guys did enjoy it, obviously. I'm starting probably to think maybe doing some longer form videos in the week, as well as like some, I say these are shorter form videos of like 15-20 minutes. But hopefully they'll be coming soon. I just need to get the time to actually sit down and do them. But expect some of them coming soon. Another video in a couple of days, obviously, because we can upload 3 times a week, and this is our second. But I hope you guys did enjoy that. They're definitely one of my favourite triggers, like controller-wise. I think they're my favourite controller-wise. There's just so many different noises you can make with them and things like that. But I'm not going to babble on too long, because I always tend to. But obviously, if you guys enjoy, drop the video a like, subscribe. So we keep the videos coming. I did stop for a few weeks, but the resurgence is back now. I've got more will to do it and more time, and I feel a lot better. So subscribe if you want some more videos. Leave a comment on if you enjoyed it and bits and pieces like anything you want to see. I'll try and incorporate it. Not always going to be able to. There's some things out of my comfort zone still and stuff like that, but I'll try and incorporate what I can. But I'm going to leave it there. So I hope you enjoyed. I hope you're relaxed. Sleep well. And I'll catch you next time.